In this video, we're going to check out RAXO All Mode Pro. It's a favorite module of mine from a long time ago, and I rediscovered it lately for a project that I'm working on. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work live stream number 98 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. I jumped ahead. 100 is coming up in 2 weeks. Thanks for tuning in today. Today's video is brought to you by mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru and get a free site audit for your Joomla site or your WordPress site if you have one of those. And while you're there, check out all the cool and time-saving things that you can do managing one or multiple sites with mysites.guru. And if you decide to subscribe, then please use the coupon code BASICJoomla. You'll get your first month for free. All right, so here we are back live streaming today. No Maintenance Monday live stream last Monday because we had a windstorm here at CyberSalt World headquarters and the power was out. It actually worked out pretty well because the power had been out the night before, so I just went to bed, had a rough night's sleep, had terrible dreams, woke up just, and the power was off, so it was actually an okay day to not be live streaming. But here we are today. And we're going to take a look at RAXO All Mode, like I said. Now, I was helping someone the other day look for an alternative layout for their tags, showing a list of articles based on tags, just showing their titles. And because I've already been using RAXO on another project, that I thought this might be really good alternative. Now, the problem that one site was having was they had a rocket theme template from Gantry 4, and this particular layout was breaking their menu, and it was weird. We couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I realized, hey, why not just display a module in that position? And RAXO works so well. Now, the tag display layout that comes core with Joomla is really not my favorite because it doesn't have read more, and I know that it is possible to do a layout override, and I know how to do those to a bit, and I've got some cool tools like Easy Layouts to do that. But I really like RAXO because it just gives some out-of-the-box layouts and customizations that I can just slam on a site, and it works really well. So today I thought that I would do that on one of my sites and show you that. One downside, it's not really a downside because I think it's worth it, is RAXO All Mode Pro is a paid extension. It's not very expensive. It's $20-something. We can see that. But it is really well worth it in a number of things that it does right out of the way. And I like a lot of the ways that it's set up. So let's turn our attention over to the screen and we'll check that out, start working on my site, and hang out and chat as well while we go. So, all right. In fact, we've got Bjorn in chat. Hello, Bjorn. Blowing in the wind like Norway. Yes. Yeah, we do get the wind here. And I shared a picture of my fence, my brand new fence that the gravel pit next to us built was leaning over and coming apart, and they actually came and fixed that yesterday. So, all right. So there's the mysites.guru site. You'll know what it looks like when you get there. Do check it out. Look at this. Right now, 65,500 and change Joomla and WordPress sites connected. All right, here's RAXO All Mode Pro. And I'll paste the link here. Oh, Mary says Easy Layouts doesn't have a tag override. Last time she checked, she wrote a tag override, but it's a pain. Oh, Mary says she's excited if this works for tags. Mary, I promise you will not be disappointed. Yeah, oh, excuse me. So, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's go to this website that I have here. This is my home page. Let's go to blogs, and this is one that gets added every week to my site. And yes, the God's Penman's blog, and this is his. This is the category description, and then his articles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add RAXO to this particular blog, and you will see how quickly and nicely it changes things. All right, so what I need to do is go into the back end of the site. Yes, Mary, you're going to like this a lot. Zulima, welcome. Good to have you here. I think that's a new... have you been on the channel before in chat? Oh, I don't quite remember. Zulima, where are you from? Where are you watching from? All right, so I'm logged into my site here. I'm going to go extensions, manage, and install. I want to make sure I have the latest RAXO in there. I use this in other places on my site, and I could probably show you where in a while, but I'm going to browse. Oh, that's over on my other screen here. Let's go to here, and no, that's not where it is. Let's go to RAXO, and now All Mode Pro comes with 4 layouts that you can choose from, and then there's some other add-ons that you can buy as well if you want different layouts. So I'm just going to put this on here, make sure I've got it, and of course off screen. There we go. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Let's go to my site here. Oh, Zulima lives in St. Catharines, Ontario. Ontario, Canada, right? I grew up in Orillia, north of Toronto. I was born in Toronto, so. All right, so this link here, blogs, God's Penman. If we go to the main menu, here in the site, go to the main menu, we'll do it to there. We'll filter for Penman. Just filter for pen. You'll see that this is an article category blog layout. All right, so I have the categories here. I have these blogs from one category in a blog. No, sorry, I have these articles from one category laid out in a blog. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make a new menu item. First of all, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a new article. Content, articles, add new article. I'm doing this a little bit out of order here, but so this is going to be, we'll call this RAXO demo. And I want to insert a RAXO module inside this article so it will show up inside. So basically what I need to do, I'm going to leave this uncategorized for now and save this. And Zulima, thank you for your kind words. You are very welcome for the videos. I'm happy that if they help anybody. All right, so I've created that article. Now I'm going to go to extensions, manage, and modules. I'm going to make a new module, and I'm going to we'll go down to RAXO All Mode, and I'm going to call this RAXO demo as well, RAXO demo. And this is where we're going to go through all of our settings. I'm actually not even going to assign it to a module position because I'm only going to embed this in the article. All right. So you can't create, I don't think you can create a menu item that points to a module. So I need to create a page where this module is displayed. I could put it off to the right hand side, but I'm actually going to put it inside an article, as you'll see. So we'll go RAXO demo, and we're going to save and close that. Now back in the article here, I just need to save it to refresh. And using this tool down at the bottom here, let's close some of these messages here. Module down here, I'm going to click in the article. Module, this button down here, I'm going to go. This is modules anywhere from Regular Labs. I'm going to go and I'm going to search for this module I just created. And there it is. I'm going to click on that. And see, now this is why we don't need to assign it to any module position because it's not going to show up anywhere in the template. I only want to show it here in this article. And so it's RAXO demo. Hello, Imran. And Bjorn has shared a link to webo.net. I bet you that's a template override for tags. All right, so now we have this module RAXO demo here. I'm going to center the code. There's something, it says short code. That might be, hopefully that's not going to create a problem for me. That's a thing that JCE puts in. So anyways, let me save this. And then what we're going to do is, I'm just going to make sure this page will preview with that code. RAXO demo, this is better preview from regular labs. Lets you go right to the page, even though it's not in a menu. And there it goes. Now you'll see it says the source of articles is not set properly. Please check module settings. Good, because we need to set the module up. And you'll see here we have all the same things for an article. The title showing, author, date, read time is from Asteroid Framework, and just the things you see page. So we can always go in and turn that off in the menu link. But let's jump right into the module. Okay, so we'll go back to find RAXO. And here's our RAXO demo. That's in the name. And let's take a look at the settings that we have here for assigning, for picking out what content is going to make. And this is, I'm not going to touch a single thing in any of my articles that I want to display here. So assignments, that's of course where you can, we're not even doing that because I'm just putting this in a page. Notes about this. Let's go to basic options. All right, so I'm going to select the categories. Now here's the cool thing. I can select a particular category, or I can leave it, select the source of the content to display. Select categories, or I can pick specific categories, all categories, the current category, or certain articles. Now I'm going to select all categories, but I'm also going to filter by tags. And here we have the Joomla tags. I'm going to filter for God's Penman. That's a tag that I have assigned to every one of those articles, or I should. And so what RAXO is going to show is all articles, like articles from all categories that have the tag God's Penman. And look, the cool thing is here, oh, Imran's leaving. Bye, Imran. You take care too. It's like early in the morning in Bangladesh there. So if you wanted to show tags that were God's Penman, or also a certain topic or another tag that you have, as we start to type here, you know, look, let's see, oh, funny dog pictures, you know, it would show a couple. So you can actually pull in from different tags, which is really, really nice. I'm just going to, right now, just select articles from him. You'll see we have 2 top items and 4 items. Let me just, having selected the source and these tags, save the module. And now, on that page, I'm going to refresh. And right away, I have only articles that are tagged with one particular Joomla tag, the one I selected, displaying in a lovely way here on the page. Now, look, here we see there's 2 items at the top that are being displayed in one manner, and there are 4 that are being displayed later on down below. And remember, I've done nothing to the articles or anything to get this layout. It is just working out of the box. So let's just go back and take a look at more of those settings. Let's, I don't think we need to keep this open anymore. Let's just tidy this up. Let's get rid of author and publish date here. So we can go to options, show the title. We'll hide that. We will hide, let's see, author information, show author, we'll hide that. And the blog options, this is because I'm using Asteroid Framework. I'm going to go read time, and I'm going to hide that as well. So let's just save, let's just tidy this up for our own pleasure here. All right. Oh, and it shows we got the publish date there. And of course, I'm logged into the front end because I'm using JD Woolerton admin toolbar. So that's why I get this little icon for editing. Let's go back here to published. Show publish date. Hide. Let's hide everything here. I think that will take care of that. Yes, Mary, it's very nice and easy. There are a few things that are a little hard later on. Just let me kill that call there that's coming in when we get in the settings, but it's workable. Okay, so, and they're not a big thing at all. All right, so we got rid of that. Now you notice my category description is not showing here at the top of the page, and we'll fix that in a little while, because basically what I'm going to do is embed the module in the category description. But then if we do that, we probably need to have an article assigned to that category for it to show up and not show, say, there are no articles in it. In which case, we would put the category description at the top of this article that I've just made. Anyways, that's getting ahead of ourselves. So right here, as we go to filter selections, let's say that we want to have 4 top items and we want to have 6 items. We'll save that. Let's just move this tab here and then we will refresh. And oh, it won't hide the other days. No, Bjorn, but there are settings to do that. So our cache is cleaned here, and now you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 top items, and we have 6 bottom items. Excellent. Now, before we do any fiddling around, let's just check this out. Let's go over to the display options, and you'll see with the Core Pro module when you buy it, you have the All Mode default. Oh, now I have a couple that are in here, so I have a couple of extras that I bought. So let's just take a look to see what comes with the Pro ones. All Mode Pro. Let's see. Here on the site, we've got built-in layout. Okay, I just have to find those. Module layout. Okay, built-in layouts. Bricks, columns, default, and list. All right. Let's go here. And you can always preview. So let's check out bricks. Bricks. And this is just out of the box without us changing anything. So there may be things we want to adjust. We'll save that. And then go refresh. And then we end up with bricks. And they alternate left and right. So that's kind of a different layout. Now you'll notice down at the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. Over here on our basic options, oh, we picked a number of items to be 6 at the bottom. Now I'm not sure why these aren't automatically filling out. That's something that we could look at. Another cool thing you can do with RAXO is this. You can make it have 0 top items. It's possible that, let's just see what happens here when we save this. 0 top items. Wait for that to refresh. Okay. Okay, they end up being squished. So that's something you'd have to look into to see why that is happening. Could be, who knows why. No worries. We'll go back. Because the other thing too is that maybe you don't want bottom items. You could just have, for instance, check this out. We could go 0 and we could have 8 top items in here. And when we refresh, you've got a really nice layout. Notice we've got the category showing on there. So you could have something like this for people to go down, and maybe that's too zigzaggy, but that's a possible look there. All right, so let's go back to 4 and 6. 4 top, 4 items there. Yeah, 4 top items, 6 items. And let's try, what's next for us to try? Bricks. I think we did column, bricks, columns. Oh, we did default. So let's try columns next. columns. We'll save that. And we'll go over here and refresh the page. And now we have 3. Okay, so we've selected it for 4 articles. So we're actually seeing 4 articles, but this is set up for 3 columns. And then down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So to fix that, we think, okay, this is just multiples of 3. Let's make basic options. Let's have 3 top items. And now when we refresh, wait for the thing to catch up. There we go. Then, all right, so now we have 3 sort of what you call, well, top items or something featured. And then down below you have some smaller ones. Remember, this is filtering only based on tags. All right, so these, you could consider using this system alternates to the tag layout. Bjorn says, edit it with advanced bootstrap. But Bjorn, everything's going so well on the live stream. Why should I wreck it by doing something advanced and getting lost? All right, so then let's check out another layout here. We did default. Okay, now we'll do list. Let's go back here and display options, and we'll go to list. All right, I'll show you some of the other pro ones that I have too. The add-ons, the extra ones, because I've bought them for myself. All right, so now this is all modes list. Oh, 4 column, I see. Yeah. Now here's a cool thing. A list, we've got our 2 top ones, and they've got this sort of like this little arrow thing here. And there's your image that you can click on. You can click on the title. And then we've got our 6 down below. And again, the existing images. So that's cool. Oh, module advanced options. Not advanced, module advanced options. Oh, okay. Well, if we run into those. Anyway, so those are the 4 core layouts that come with this. And it's just really nice. So much nicer than the default tag layout that comes with Joomla 3. And it's a great, and it's a quick tool. Now, let's go back into our module options here. We looked at our basic options. You also have the ability to filter by date. So you can go today, this week, this month, this year, a date range or a relative date range. You have the ability to filter by authors. So you can go just for selected authors. And you have the option to select an author alias. All right. So this really drills down for your filter amazingly. All right. Let's see. Anyone? And then we have featured items. So you want to only show items that are featured or not, which is great. And you can order by all the things we're used to. Newest first, oldest, title alphabetical, popular, most rated, by ID, exact, random, reverse Joomla ordering, latest commented. Just, I cannot think of any module that has as tighter specific filtering options for content. Advanced Module Manager from Regular Labs is insane. It will always be in a league of its own because you can't here select seasons or anything like that. Now, you could set all this up and then go to assignments, which here is Advanced Module Manager, and you could say when to show this or not, but it wouldn't filter by seasons, but that's okay. This is incredible here. Now, let's go to display options, and this is where we have a lot of control over things too. You've already seen the module layout where we can pick the different module layouts. Here we have options for both things. So for instance, if you want to show the title for top items but not for items, then you can take that off. Top items can have a title limit. You can limit how many characters. So if you have a layout where you only want so many characters of the title to show, you can put that in here. You can show the intro text or not. So let's turn off intro text for top items. You can limit the amount of intro text there is for both of these. And the read more text, you leave it blank if you don't want to show read more, but if you want read more in there, you could just go read more. Read more. Or whatever you want. Now here we have the options. Do we want to show the date? Well, here date, category, and author are showing for the top items. Maybe we don't want the category showing, but we do want the author showing on both. And then here, hits are not showing for the top, but but they are not. Comments, I'm not sure what that commenting ties into. So, anyways, now here, look, this display image, top items. So the thumbnail width is 246. Let's say that we want the thumbnail width to be 300. And we'll leave the height at 150. We'll see what happens to that. Might be ugly. What should we have there? Control Z, Control copy. So let's go 300. But you can change your dimensions here. And you want to crop the image? Yes or no? Enable or disable crop. So we'll say yes. All right, so let's save that. And we're going to see that this changes quite a bit here. Okay, so forget what we changed here. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Yes. So I had to refresh. So we still have the date and the author and the title, but there's no read more text. So that's, doesn't really look great, but maybe you want to change the CSS and make this bigger or something. Down here, oh, and these images, notice how they're wider now as well, because we made them wider but didn't change the height. Now down here we've got we are showing hits, and we've got that image, but we don't have the title showing. So we've got lots of control over what happens in each layout. So let's see, all mode list, and let's go to bricks. Let's see how this changes that. Some of the changes that we made. Oh, in fact, if we change to bricks, yeah, our settings stay. There are some layouts that don't have, some particular layouts don't work. For instance, one that I bought, I forget which one it is, has no top items at all. They never appear. It's not built for that. Let's refresh this. Okay, yeah, so then we end up with something that's more brickish, but it just has the title, there's our read more, it has the date and the author, and it's a little bit cleaner, but it allows people to do the read more. We don't have the intro in there. So that's really nice. Now, let's go back, because we haven't even looked at advanced options. And this is where you can, module block details, the block name, write a name for the module block, block name link, show all text, write your variant of show all, and also your show all link, insert your show all link. I don't even know what that does, which is why it's under the advanced. Now here's something cool though, skipped items and current article. So for instance, let me show you how this works. The skipped items is really, really nice. Let's suppose that we like this brick for the top 3, but then we also want the format of top for another module, but we don't want to have overlap for content. So watch this. Let's do this. I'm going to so this is RAXO demo. In fact, I'm going to change. Okay, and then I'm going to save as a copy. Make a copy of this module with all the same settings. So this will be RAXO Demo 2. Everything is the same in here, except now I just need to publish it. Let's go back to our article. And we have module RAXO Demo here. I'm going to enter, and in a different, I'm going to put that second module down below. So go module, and RAXO Demo 2 and save that. Now it was showing that it's not published, but I think it is now. Now let's refresh our page. And of course, we're going to see that module. We should see it twice. Let's see here. Let me refresh. Let's see what's going on here. Publish RAXO Demo 2. Let's just check this out. Module RAXO Demo 2. Let's save this and make sure this is this page saving? Well, let's just go Control A, Control. No, this page is spinning. All right. Let's just try. Something goofy has happened here, so let's open it again. Oh, and look, okay. So let's try that again. It may be because I created that new module before, and I didn't refresh this page. So let's go module. See, this shows as unpublished, which is not correct. All right, let's just deal with this for a second here. Let's refresh RAXO Demo 2. Oh, something goofy has happened here because look, this shows that it's not published. So I'm going to publish that. I don't know what was going on there, some kind of session weirdness or whatever. All right, so then we can go back here and then we will go module. Okay, it's still not showing published, so I'm going to refresh. All right, here we go. We're going to go down here to module. Still not show. Okay, still, let's see. Huh. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's these double brackets here, maybe, in the module name. Let's try that. RAXO Demo, we'll name this 2. We'll save that. Okay, and then we'll go back to here, and we will, I could just put in 2, but I want to try this shortcode. So I'm going to refresh. And hit enter, and go module. Demo 2 is still showing as the title. All right, let's sort this out here for a second. I got a little bump here. RAXO Demo 2, there it is. Up here in the article. I'm going to save and close this. I don't know what is going on here. We'll go back in. And now we will go to module. Still showing this wrong name here. Let's take that out. Okay, module. Let's filter. Oh, okay. I refreshed the filter. Okay, and now it sees that. Ivor, I was wondering if you could use once per page, but I know that you can use more. So what happened was I needed to refresh the filter that I had here because it was still showing the old results, which of course did not exist. Now we can select RAXO Demo 2, take out that extra paragraph. In fact, just for our own satisfaction, I'm going to put a line here, a dividing line between the two. Now we'll save them. And it's interesting because the filter came up, but it showed in the results, but I still had to do a complete refresh. All right, so we save that. We'll go to RAXO. And now, please be there twice. Just once. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, Control Shift R. I do this all the time. So let's do this. Let's try modules anywhere, and instead of by title, I'm going to do it by the ID. Oh, you know what else is getting me here, I bet? This copy. No, it's all items. Well, let's just see. All right, so I've saved that with the module ID and refresh. There we go. So it's weird. I don't know. Anyways, we have it happening here twice. If you use the module IDs, that's probably going to work around it. Maybe there's some conflict in this. Maybe I'll show this to Peter later on. Maybe there's some modules anywhere thing, or it's a Joomla. Anyways, all right. So if you're trying to use two modules, basically, maybe use the IDs instead of names that are similar. I don't know. Anyways, but it's working now. So but look here. So here we have our top module. We have 3 tops, and then we have these bricks here. Now we like this, but we don't like these columns here. So in this first one, RAXO demo, we're going to go and we're going to say for our basic options, we want the 3 top items, and we don't want any. We want 0 other items. So now we can refresh, and we end up with the 3 top items, and then we end up with the 3 top items, and then these columns. But this next module, okay, that's nice. We like these for the top 3, but in the next module, we want to use a different layout. Why don't we say we're going to use, let's go RAXO demo. Let's go to the display options, and instead of do bricks, let's do, we like, I don't know, let's just do columns. Save. And we'll go back and refresh the page. All this just to show you one feature here. Oh, the article won't say 2 names in the same module, on the same module, therefore use ID. Okay. Now, so here's what we have at the top here. We have the columns. No, whatever the other one is. We have 1, 2, 3, and now we have, I forgot. Oh, what did we have before? All right, but now we have columns here. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, and we really like this layout. We put this line in just to see what we're doing, but then we've got all in due time, junk is matter personal, and these are not duplicating. Oh no, they are. Look, all in due time, junk, and then, and here we've got all in due time, junk, and then. So you don't really want that for the layout, which is why in here, it's a slow train getting to this point. You can go to advanced options and you can say skip 3 items. And what this demo is going to do, or what this will do is, on the bottom module occurrence of it, it's going to skip these 3 and it's going to grab the next 3. And in this way, you can mix and match different layouts and different modules the way that you want from different, without having repeats happening on there. Now, there is, what's the site that, it's not, that one's not ready for me to show you yet, but this works out really well because we actually have RAXO modules, about 4 or 5 being displayed on the home page, and then but we don't want repeats through some of them, the different levels, so we did this. So that's really nice for the skip feature. And of course, if we go to the article here and we take out that line, and we go to here and we go refresh, it looks like it's just part of the page. Now, of course, there's spaces here, and that's where we can get into CSS and change the space in between and move things around. But again, this is really nice because you have lots of options. The other thing too is the nice thing about this column is that if you have a layout on your in your template, or I did this in JD Page Builder, you can actually have 3 columns and assign the module set up a certain way so that each column is for different tags and different sections. So, oh, and Bretzy says use div, not p. That fixes spaces. Yes, good point. What have we got here? I think I've got a p in there. Yes. Actually, I don't have any. Those are just together, but that one's out. Point well taken. All right, what other advanced settings have we not looked at here? Skip. Include or exclude the currently viewed article from the module output. I believe what that is that if you have a RAXO module to say to the right of an article that someone's reading, you don't want to see an ad for that article again, or it being promoted the one you're reading, so it will skip that one that is there. You can exclude articles. So I just did this on the site that I was working on. I made a test article. I didn't want it showing up in the preview, so I excluded it. And you just basically exclude it by using your article ID. So for instance, how can we do that? Let's go to, what else have I got here? That's okay. So let's close this for now. Let's find the most recent God's Penman article. PEN. We'll filter, and it is all in due time, right? And it is ID number 20,059. Cool. We'll go back here. That's exclude article 20,059. The ID. And so it is this one here, all in due time, so she says. So we're going to refresh. And hold on. Oh, sorry. Wrong module. So I put that down here. What I need it to do is in the top module as well. Go to advanced, exclude that article. So if you're using multiple modules on the same page, you need to exclude the same articles all the way, or else eventually as ones are added, it will get bumped down and show up. But we refresh, and we save. Now we refresh, and this all in due time should disappear. Yep. And look, so junk is a matter of personal definition. We get a new top 3. This one still skips 3, and we don't have any repeat. Any chances this has some options for custom fields? I've not been eating cheese. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I've never looked at that. Let's just keep going down. Exclude articles. Show part of access restricted articles for non-registered users. That's pretty cool. So you could have an article that's only visible for registered people, but if they're not registered, they can still see the content, and they click on it, they'll be told they have to register. Allow HTML tags. So if you want tags inside of things to preserve when cleaning. So if there's some tags, if you don't want paragraphs being taken out when it's being cleaned up, then you could have that. Plugin support. Display Joomla plugins in articles. Okay. So if you're using a plugin and you want it to appear in somewhere in your content, you can have that. Yes. category as a link. Make a category name a link. The type of date that you're going to use for your filtering, creation, modification, or start publish date. Date format. Yeah, select which type of article date module should use. A comment system. Oh, this is where you select. What have you got? Do you have J comments? These are the ones that are supported. Now, thumbnail source is really cool because I don't put my image. I don't put my article image in the Joomla intro image or full image. I just put them in the article. So right now, thumbnail source is automatic, but you can say use the Joomla intro image or the full article image or the first image from the article text. The first one that it finds, that's the image that it's going to be used. That's what I've got it set for. The cool thing is that I have the site that I'm working on. Hello, Peter. Right now, he has a lot of older images, older articles where he's using the intro image in the old template that he's using. But now we're moving to allow bloggers to add their own content. We don't want to teach them about have to put this copy into here. It has to be this size. So we're actually just putting, we're telling them to just put the image at the top. And with RAXO, it'll automatically select. So if there isn't an image in the intro image, it will use one at the top. And just in case it can't find an image, you can put a default image. Here's the caching stuff. Oh, here's Bootstrap here. This looks like I think this is what you're talking about. All right, Bjorn, I could set this to 4, and I think 4 columns would go across. Maybe we should try that. RAXO demo. Yeah, that's 3. All right, so that's, if we select this to 4, and then go back to the basic options and go 4 for the top items. Is that what we're going to get? Oh, sorry. We want to do this in the other one. Never mind. We'll close out of here. Go to RAXO Demo 2, which we are using columns. So we're going to have 4 top items. And remember, 4 top items. Yeah, okay. And advanced options, we're going to go to down here. Bootstrap size 4. Go save. Let's refresh and see what happens. We still got 3 there. Oh, you know what? Let me. Now's a good time for us to. It counts for. Try 5 in the number of articles, or or set it to 5. We'll save this. Refresh. I think we're just going to get a second one there. Whoops. I'm going to wait for the page to refresh. All right. Yeah, we just get that. So, all right, we'll try this. All right. We'll save that and refresh. I don't think that's going to change it either. All right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this back to basic options to 3, and I'm going to set this to 3. I think Bootstrap. I think that's where it was before. Here, let's just refresh this. Make sure that, okay. So here, let me give you the quick version here to on support with RAXO, because it is really good support if you email. But it's very much read. There aren't any videos, and the programmer has very precisely set out settings and how to change things. So let's go to support, and let's go to documentation. Let's see. Oh, for instance, okay, so we're looking at the columns layout, I believe. Yeah, all mode columns. So go down here to the RAXO module layouts, go to columns, and then you will find documentation at the top, pinned. And then here you can go down and just read your documentation for this particular one. So for instance, how to change the color scheme. Oh, look, there's an orange one, the orange. So we can go columns orange and put that in the module class. So let's do that. Columns orange. Save. And we will refresh, and we'll see. Oh, I gotta wait for the page to save. There. There we go. Now we've got the orange. So you just have to read. I learned this. You have to read. Now, because what you'll notice here is as you get how to change the number of columns. This came back to me. The number of columns for the top, if you want 4, take this code here, and that also is going to go in the module classes. A space, and I'll paste it next to that, and we go save. Now, without changing the number of articles, now when we go refresh, I get 3 here, and I get 3 down here. But of course, if we go back to basic options and go to 4, save. Now, we'll just wait for that little wheel up there to finish. Now when we refresh, now I've got 4 columns across and 3 down here. And as we read down here, there are also, just for items, we could do 5 items for the bottom as well. So let's go to display options, module class, and hit Control V, paste that in there, save. And then we refresh, and you end up with your 4 and 5, and of course we only selected 6 6 items, so we need multiples of 5 for this to appear all the way over. And of course this is really jammed, but you know, that's what you get with 5 columns. And of course for the bottom we could change the size, we could change all kinds of, we could not show the hits or the author name. I don't even need the author name on here because that's what this whole page is about. And then how to change the template design. You can go and find the CSS code there. You can also change this code in a custom CSS file that's set up for your particular template if it's loaded last. But there's the locations. So for each of the layouts, that's what you want. You really, here's pretty much all the information that you need. Of course, if you need to change the font, there's ways to change the font as well. There's lots of previous questions and documentations here that people have. Title above images. So, and of course, since this is a pro module, I've not had any problems when I've emailed and asked questions in the forum. If it's something that's not covered in the documentation, you get a response. And if it is something covered in the documentation, he just tells you where it is in the documentation. So All right. If there's one thing that I would improve about this, and I don't know if this is even possible. So if it's not possible, and I'm not being critical because this is one of my go-to modules, especially now since they rediscovered it. It would really be great to just have some radio buttons, like an option here, which was field settings, or something like top, so columns, top columns, number of columns at the top. If you could just do a drop down, pick a number, and then you would get, instead of doing the module class. I think that would be more intuitive for people who aren't used to module classes or aren't great readers. Like I'm not great readers of forums. It would be great just to have it all there in the back and to not have to go and select those options. But that's just a suggestion and an idea that I would have for this module. Again, though, I'm not even sure if that's possible. But anyways, that would, so some of these, any of these settings that are in laid out here, even like the default color, to be able to select the color, that would be great. And of course, maybe even a color bar so you could exactly match your branding color. That would be fine too. But of course, down here, there's all the solutions for, there's the location of the custom CSS. All right, so why don't we take a look at some of the paid layouts that I have, the extra layouts, just to see how they would handle these things, because I think we've pretty much covered everything in the modules here. So to do that, let's go back to, that's clear. This filter. Let's go into the RAXO demo article. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish setting this up with my category description right in the right on my site. So we have module RAXO demo. We'll take that tag out there. Great. And then we'll go back here. I'm going to unpublish RAXO demo 2. I don't need it. It's not even being pulled by the article anymore. And let's go back to the module layouts, which you can see previewed here. So there's a carousel, which ends up looking like just as you expect a carousel when you click, and it's going to go side to side, and here's some different variations of that. And that's a carousel using the articles on your site and using the images. All right, module layouts, it's a grid. So this is a different kind of layout where you've got a grid, and you can have it. Oh, and you've got an easy display switch here, so that's something to check out. Bjorn says you can use the Bootstrap 3 for 4. Bootstrap adds up to 12. So 2 for 6, 1 for 12. Okay, so if I use Bootstrap 2, that's 6 across. If I use Bootstrap 1, that's 12 across. Okay, so if you're using Bootstrap 4, okay, so we've got some different math happening there. So when I was picking 3, 1, 2 is for 6, 3 is for 4. Okay, so yeah, 4 is the default. Okay. The nice thing is with these custom CSS modules or classes, then we can get around that anyways. Anyway, so there's a grid layout here. You've got this particular, you have your squares on a grid, or else you can have everything lined up here with things on the left. That's the news break. So you've got one particular top article and then just a bunch of little breaking news things kind of your articles that are bumped down. And then let's see, the example here is from 2010. So this has been around for a while. What else we got? pagination, I think. Oh yeah, there's one here. So easy navigation through articles, several paginations on one page. Yeah, what happens is what you can't see is at the bottom. You can scroll through it. Let's see. I think that's one that I have. So let's go here. Display options. Yeah, I have pagination. Now I'm going to save that. See if some of the options change here. And let's see, basic options. Number of top items. I don't think even pagination may do anything. I think this is one where top items don't do anything. Let's just for fun, I'm gonna put 20 top items, and I'm gonna put 20 items. Let's see. I think this is going to break something, but let's save that. The nice thing too is that these images are being resized for what you have them selected, because I think, oh, is that an advanced option? Thumbnail source. No. Display options. I think there's somewhere where you set the quality of those images being resized. I could be wrong though. Let's see what our change happens here. Oh, nothing. All right, I think this is where I change this to number of top items and go save. I also might have an old version of pagination installed here. So let's just check this out here. Yeah, I think I've got an old version. Let me just see here. Let's go extensions, manage, install. I think I just have an old version. I don't have an updated version. Let's see. Let's see, what else have I got here? Over here I've got, oh, I have, okay, so I have a layout. I have Prime and pagination in the most current version, as you'll see here. So I'm going to, let me install Prime. And let me install pagination. Those are the two current ones that I have bought. The other ones I have are from a super long time ago. All right, so let's clean this cache. And let's go here and refresh and see. No. All right, what am I doing wrong here? All mode pagination. Basic options. Number of items. Okay, RAXO demo. I'm showing module RAXO demo. That's this one here. All categories. Just for fun, let's just do this. Let's do module RAXO demo. Let's filter, that's unpublished. Great, let's just do the ID. I don't think it's that, but no. Huh. Let's try portal. Refresh. All right, so something is up with those two that I added. I wonder what I've done. Is it for making copies? I don't know. I'll figure that out. So this, all right. So what's the pagination? What you can't see is down at the bottom here. I'll just zoom in on this. At the bottom of each column, you have previous. So if you have 4 items here and you hit 2, you get the next 4. It loads a whole bunch and just streams over. This is working on another site. So obviously I've got something to sort out here on mine. So we'll just check out these other layouts here. Portal is sort of like your news type one story down here, and then other features here. And notice on the side here you've got, oh, here, click to make this bigger. So you can have different modules, and you have previous 1, 2, 3 for scrolling through on this. So if we go back to this previous one, we probably could click on here and it's the same look menu layouts. All right, so we'll just get out of that. Got some weird arrows not happening there. All right, Prime is a really nice one for a nice header. And look, you get something like this. This is an older one. You've got one big picture. This would be a top item. Then you have bottom ones that are 2, but they're just big pictures, and your text gets put on top of them. That's a really nice looking one. And let's see. I'm just gonna see what's what did I see? Still confused here. But what was going on there? I think that I have Prime. Maybe I selected the wrong one. What have we got here? Display options, portal. Oh, maybe it's Prime that I have. Let's try Prime. I might not have portal, and that's why it's not working from my old version. Come on, work. There we go. Wow, so that is a very, that's because I have so many selected here. Basic options, number of top items. Let's go with 4, and the number of items, let's just go with 6. Save. And we will refresh. Oh, I may be refreshed too soon. Oh, okay, there you go. So I have, the way this is configured. Oh, I've got 4 big ones down the side and some others over here. So you play around with the layouts for each individual one. And of course, I've got this all mixed up because we've been changing it for so many things. So don't judge my mess here by that. Because it does look very nice here. If we go Prime, you do get really nice layout headers like this. Oh, 1 down the side or 4 here, right? Or you've got 1 at the top and 4 below. Oh, that's that tablet layout on a tablet, sorry. And then this is big images showing across. Another way to do it. All opinions. Flexbox layout automatically arranges the best way possible. So some nice things there. They all work if you have them. Rational. Here's look like this. So you've got pictures and descriptions, and check out, these are different heights, but they all fit in together nicely. That's a nice look. Or you can just, if you do no images, you end up with this just as text. So maybe you want to look at something like that. And the last layout we'll check out here, slider, which I think we maybe already saw. Oh, slider. That's another one where up here you can move between the top things. And of course, you can move between rows and load more things. And of course, that's drawing again from your articles. So let's make this permanent on my. Let's make this permanent on my site, and we'll manage the category description as well. What will we do here? Which layout do I want to go with? Let's check out columns. No, let's do I want to do list? Does that work for me? I don't know. Let's go and we'll find this out. Let's fix this up. All right, let's go first of all to default. And I'm going to have 4 and 6. Let's save and refresh. And then we'll set this up permanently on my site. Okay. All right. So that's kind of nice. And we have this option below. Now I have removed the intro text here. And I don't need all these small ones at the bottom. Maybe I just want to have the most recent ones here. So the top items, I'm going to go 6. Number of items on the bottom, I think I will just have 0. For my display options, I'm going to show the title. I also want to show, I want to show the category. I don't need to show the author, but I do want to show the intro text. And because I've set the extra items to 0, I don't need these ones down the side here. Now I'm going to go, I want the image to display. And that was kind of small though. I know these images are at least 300 wide. It could be a bit taller here. So I'm going to go 300 by 200. Let's see what happens. And we'll go save. And we'll go refresh. And that is a bit bigger. Now, if I want to change this font, I can change it into CSS so that it's easier for people to see. Remember, we have this module class, which if I go to memory here is, columns orange. I wonder if this would be all mode default. Let's go to the support here. Support forum. That's for module layouts. List layout. Default layout. Documentation. Okay, so it's going to be default orange I want to put in here. I'm just going to do this really quick. I can always do some redesign on this later. I wait for the page to refresh the save there. Oh, I guess that is orange. Yeah. Of course, if I want to change some things in here, I can go and... Oh, now look, October 26th. Remember, I'm missing. I've excluded that top article, so we'll take that out of Exclude Articles. And we'll go refresh. Yeah, now I get the most current one, November 1st. Because I have so much space here, I could always change the size of this font here. We could go to we go F12 for Element Inspector. We would check this out. Here's the line 78 in all mode default.css. And we can change that font in here to something maybe that you're using. So for instance, this is picking Trebuchet MS Arial Sans Serif. So you can, there's support in the forum for how to switch to Google, to a Google font. But we could always, as normal, 13/20 20. So let's see. If we go 20. There we go. We end with something up a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what the /20 is, but we get their text that we want. And then you would just, of course, as we've seen before, copy this text, and you would either put it in your default CSS or you would put it in your template. I'm going to put it in my template. So let's do this here. We'll close this for now. Extensions, manage, and manage. I'm going to go to templates, right click, open in a new tab. And that's JD Stylo. And I'm going to put the custom CSS in there. Now back in this article here, I'm going to open this up again, RAXO demo. What does our URL end up here? Oh, RAXO demo. And here it says blogs God's penman. Now this page is laid out this certain way that it is in Joomla. So what I would do here, let's go back here and put in our custom code for the CSS. Whoops, not typography. Custom code. I've got some CSS already in here. I'm going to put this down there. All mode default. Let's see if that changes the size when we refresh. Yeah, it does. So now that's part of the change. You'll see here, we'll see that that the change is being compiled in here from JD Stylo, which is the template that I'm using. So I have set that. That's a little bit better. I could fill around with a bit more. I could make the read more different size. Let's just do that quick. Inspect the read more. What size is the read more? Oh, it is font is 11/20. I don't know what the slash is. But why don't we, what if I make that 20? Oh yeah, and then the read more is there, kind of gets bumped down. Boy, I bet you if I knew CSS, I could make that always bump down, right? Oh, look, I need to change the line height for this as well. All right. It's a little bit too close on some of these. So I could change the CSS for the line height. Nice features. Yes, Bjorn says never put it in the default CSS. Yes, and he does have a note about that, I believe, in this particular system. But I think custom CSS is the best place to put it. And you can use the file custom.css as a file in the template asterisk CSS. Yes. What Bjorn is saying is that you can create a custom CSS file in your web space, and then down here for custom CSS file, you can actually add it here, a link to the URL of your one custom CSS file, which is a great way to do things, because if you have 3 versions of templates, but you want to change the CSS on all of them, instead of going into each one and pasting it in each custom CSS box, you just change it in the file in one place and it will change everywhere. It means, Ivor says it means the font size and line height. Well, that's good to know. So what we need to do, okay, I like to work in rems. So let's go 1.2 rem. And someone, and I've forgotten his name, not coming to me quickly, in the live stream on last Wednesday, said that the rule is 1.5 times the size for line height. So 1.2, 1.5 equals 1.8. So let's try this. 1.8 rem. All right, let's see how that works. Thank you for looking that up, Ivor. Oh yeah, that looks much nicer. And now for the read more. The read more is kind of doing a wrapping thing here. Oh boy, let's just try this. I was not planning on doing this, but oh, what was I just working on this the other night and figured this out. There's a way that I can make it so that after this things get bumped down. Oh, it is called it's not block. Let's see if I just scroll down to here. I don't know. Oh, no, inline block. Oh, that might work for the read more though. All right, let's escape out of that. Let's go block, all mode, read more, block, and I think we're going to go down to scroll down, see which one it is. No, display block, display block, contents. Oh, okay. So there, oh, there it went right over to be to touch. Oh, that might be what I want. Display contents. Oh, and there it is, display flex. There it's always at the far right. Up there it's still in the same line. So flex could work. Let's just go down and see what else we want here. Oh, that's none. That won't work. I'm just now. Remember, we doing the element inspector. What did we call it? It was a gambling term. Jackpot. Jackpot. Or roulette. I think we call it roulette, where you just spin and go. You select. You put in your code down here, which is actually which you can't see, which is behind my camera. Whoops. Which I forgot. We're using Element Inspector in the back here, and I am just scrolling down through these options here, and it's gone. So you had display. All right. Whoops. All right. Let's get control over things here. Display. So we're selecting span class all mode read more. We're going to go to display block contents. All right, so we got it's contents. I like contents, but see what else we have here. List item, inline table. Inline block. All right, contents I'm going to go with display contents. This I'm going to go 1 rem. Whoops. And that means I will make that 1.5 rem. And we get a nice read more that's there. It gets squished down here, but I can live with that for now. And I'm going to select that. I'm going to put this in my custom CSS. Now, Bjorn said add padding 0.5 or margin 0.5. That is for which? Bjorn. For the read more, let's see what it does. Padding, and we'll go 0 and 0.5 rem, I was not looking when I was typing to see what that does. Okay, or we'll try margin. It's not making any change here. Oh, look at it, it got float right. What if I go float left? No, that doesn't change anything. All right. Display contents. Yeah. All right, the margin isn't doing anything to it, but that's okay because maybe it's a is it padding left 5 pixels. No, maybe I need more than 5 pixels there. 1. No. Anyways. All right. Well, let's save this. So I do need to, someone is going to want me to zoom into a staff meeting for that client that I traveled to a couple of weeks ago. So let's save this. Let's clear this. And I'm going to refresh, and then let's see what else I can. All right, so that is their loading. There's my read more, which is nice. It's there. That's cool. I could make this title bigger and maybe this font a bit smaller. But I want to make this the link. So I've got blogs, God's Penman, and that opens this page, blogs, God's Penman. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to change. Let's go back to the menu that we had open here. Oh, first of all, I'm done playing with the module for now. I'm going to go to the content and category, and I'm going to do this. Let's experiment here. Let's go to Penman. God's Penman. Here's my intro. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to do modules anywhere. I'm going to go RAXO demo. I'm going to put it in by the ID number. I'm going to save that. Now when I refresh the God's Penman page, I will have his intro, and then underneath it, I will have the RAXO module. Isn't that nice? That's great. Now, of course, I have his other articles down here in that link. Now, these are because I'm logged in. So it's showing things that are unpublished, not published yet. But that means in the category, okay, so that means let's go to, close this here. Let's go to menus, main menu. There's God's Penman. And now I'm going to select the blog layout. I want 0 leading articles. I want 0 intro articles. I'm going to set all of this to 0. I'm going to go save. So hopefully, what I'm hoping to accomplish here is that now when I refresh this link, which goes to his category, I will get his description. Oh, let's wait for it to reload. All right, so here's the category description. Here's the RAXO module. Oh, and then down here it says there are no articles in this category if subcategories display on this page. Okay, so this is what I want it to avoid. Now let's go here, menu. Include subcategories, none. This will be a little trick here, because it's showing that there's no articles. There are articles in that category, right? Because it's God's penman, but I've gone and I've set things to 0. Number of articles in category. Let's hide that. Let's see if that does it. I'll let that page reload. No, that didn't hide it. Alrighty, so now we're going to have to do something tricky. Let's go right click and inspect. Let's go to this font here. And what is it? There's no articles in this category. I thought maybe it might have its own CSS, in which case I could hide it. Okay, so hey, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to right click. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this text. And remember, all right, I'm going to select that text. And I'm going to say this. So let's close this. I'm going to go to Components and Re-Replacer. And I'm going to make a new one. Now this is Regular Labs Re-Replacer. I'm looking at the camera. It can't be Regular Labs Re-Replacer. I'm just going to call this Remove this text. So I'm going to search for this, Control V, and I'm going to replace it with nothing. But I only want it to work for a particular menu item, which is this one here. And it's search over here, which is Penman, P-E-N. God's Penman right there for blah. Oh, main menu. Oh, I've got two things here. Okay, so I have a blogs menu, so I'm going to block it out here and there. So basically what I've said is that on those 2 pages for that menu item, article options can turn off message to hide descriptions. Oh, okay, we'll check that. Let's just see this re-replacer and work here though. If I refresh, I think that's gonna disappear at the bottom. Yeah, and there it is. It's gone. Now there is a paragraph mark there still. It's just empty, but so you could change the re-replacer. But that is a nice way to update that page. All right, so, but let's turn that off. Let's try Chuck's suggestion here. So I'm going to unpublish this re-replacer. So article options can turn that message off to hide descriptions. Let's just unpublish this. So Chuck is saying in article options. So we go content articles. Which tab, Chuck? Options. Blog feature layouts. Categories. Yeah, you can do it in one article. I'm just not sure which place to go to. Articles and category. Show tags, subcategory descriptions. Oh, no articles message. There you go. Thank you. In the category. Thanks, Chuck. That's a much easier way to do it. Content. So that would be for a category. Let's just check the menu out here. Menu. God's Penman. Category. Oh, there you go. No articles message. It's right there in the link. Thanks, Chuck. And so we hide that. We go here. We go here. We wait for that page to save. We refresh. And we go down. Oh, sorry. We refresh the page. It's refreshing. And down there. And look, it's gone. Oh, that's way better. So I don't need this re-replacer item. So I will go to that one to the bottom, and I'll check that, and I will trash it. And so what I've done is I've made a much nicer looking page. Now this particular, let's go chat on right here. This particular page though was really, all these articles are in one category, so I didn't need to sort them by tags. I could have just selected category. In fact, I may just switch that so that it only shows the category, just in case I ever forget to put a tag in there. In fact, I will probably do that. Yeah, let's do that right now. Re-replacer extensions and modules. RAXO demo. Oh yeah, I don't need RAXO demo 2. We'll tidy that up. We've got RAXO demo. Basic options. I want to see select categories. God's Penman. Yeah, and then down here I'll take out that tag. I go save. Because I want to, just in case there's some that I haven't tagged properly. I'll refresh. Now I get the same thing because it's basically the same content and everything's down here. Now I don't have pagination at the bottom here for other articles. I wonder if that here's the display options. Display cropped pagination. Do I have F3 for PAG? Nope. Advanced options. Home article page. So there's not pagination with this particular option. But that's okay because I will just show the most recent ones that I want. There's probably another layout that would have pagination. But I'm happy with this. That's good. All right, so yeah, it's a pretty nice module. I like it very much, especially for its management of tags. I think, you know, Mary, you asked about if it would use custom fields for sorting or something. So I haven't seen anything to do with custom fields, but certainly for managing articles based on tags and multiple tags, it is a really nice layout and gives you a number of options and well worth the price, which I think is, what was the price here? Pricing $24.95, and that's US. 4 layouts using your websites, free updates for a year, access to documents and tutorials, and support for them and that. So anyways, I really like it. I thought I would show that to you today. It was a nice, easy topic because it's something that I know and still ran into a few things along the way, but that's what happens. So I think for today, that will wrap it up. Thanks, everybody. Missed you on Monday, and we will see, Lord willing, what happens this coming Monday. If the wind blows and knocks the power out, I won't be here. Remember, 2 weeks today, we have Mark DeChevre is going to be showing us SCSS here in the live stream. That will be stream number 100. And yes, you want to, Mary says she wants to make some money so you can buy this. You want the Pro package, of course. Yeah, I have not found where you can download the free. Is there actually a free version? All I've ever seen was the Pro one. But yeah, it's well worth it. And yeah, so we will see. Yeah, so 2 weeks, Mark DeChevre. Talking to some other people, starting to line up some things for the new year too in my mind that I want to sort out with people having on, and we'll just keep plugging away. So, okay, so everybody, I hope that you are doing well where you are. You're keeping safe and taking care of yourself, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or tomorrow. Until the next time. Ivor says it's only 2 or 3 beers in Norway. Okay. Until the next time, everybody, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.